Every air fryer I test in our family kitchen ends up getting a nickname, and this air fryer, the Tower Vortx dual basket, became known as the exploding air fryer. Now, full disclosure, that really isn't as dramatic as it sounds, and no actual explosions occurred. But if you want to find out how and why it got that nickname, how to use it, and some of its pros and cons and quirks, then this video is for you. So first of all, if you're looking for particular information about this air fryer, all the timings of the different sections of the video are appearing on the screen right now, and they're also down below in the description. So feel free to skip ahead to the bits that interest you. The Tower Vortx is a budget dual drawer air fryer with two equal sized drawers, each 4.5 litre capacity. Its temperature range is between 30 and 200 Celsius, giving you the option to cook a wide variety of things and also to dehydrate in it. Appearance wise, it's pretty compact. You can see it here on my worktop next to my 8.5 litre Kasori, and it's noticeably slimmer. But I think the obvious sacrifice with the appearance that's been made in order to bring this air fryer in at such a low retail price is its finish. Now, this will bother some people more than others, but it is very plasticky, and it's got a high gloss finish that attracts all the fingerprints and the dust. The hot air outlets are at the back of the air fryer at the top, and there are fenders lower down to ensure it can't be pushed too close to the wall. But even so, you'll want to pull it out a bit away from the wall when you're cooking. On the front there are 12 different presets. Each of these has a default time and temperature setting that correlates with the image which you see on the display. However, quick note, if you've got middle-aged eyes like me, you might find yourself squinting at the display because the icons are very small, and I just wish they'd made them a little bit bigger. Remember, of course, those preset timings are only a guide and will frequently need adjusting to suit what you're cooking. I found I nearly always needed less time than the preset was set for, with the exception of when I made a large cake in a 2 litre loaf tin, which took longer than the default time. So let's run through those presets and I'll tell you a little bit about how to use them. Preheat on the far left warms the drawer for 3 minutes prior to starting a cooking program, and the manufacturers say this is particularly recommended to achieve a char grilled effect if you're cooking vegetables, chicken or steak. I would keep your expectations slightly low on what char grilled really means in an air fryer, but it is perfectly adequate for cooking things like steak. Next is the French fry setting, and you use that for cooking frozen or homemade chips or roast potatoes. The meat setting, like the French fry one, is one of the hottest presets and is perfect for sausages, burgers or roasting chicken. Next, it's drumsticks, and this also runs on the highest temperature setting but is a much longer preset. Although, as I mentioned, timings are imperfect, and although the suggested time for this setting is 20 minutes, we found that our legs were cooked in 15. Next, you have steak. Remember that advice to preheat if you're using this. Our steak cooked in about 5 minutes, although my 12-year-old wannabe chef did insist on finishing it off on the hob. The cake setting can be used for muffins, cakes or pastries, or any other form of baking like quiches and bread. Shrimp is a short duration preset for cooking seafood. These prawns were cooked from chilled in 5 minutes. Now, if you enjoy seafood, then you might also want to use this next setting for fish, which of course can be used for breaded cod or salmon fillets, fish fingers or anything else that you fancy. Next is the pizza preset. Now, you can't, of course, bake a full-size pizza made with raw dough in the drawer of this air fryer, but you can use this setting for small shop-bought kids' pizzas, or you can make naan pizzas using naan bread as the base and then adding a topping of tomato sauce and cheese. Just bear in mind that loose pizza toppings on homemade pizzas can blow around a little bit under the fans. It doesn't cause a problem, they might just not be where they were when you started by the time they're cooked. Wet mozzarella is much better than grated for staying put. The next setting is intended for vegetables, though when I roast vegetables I personally do choose to use a higher temperature than this default. Reheat is good for warming up leftovers, particularly pizza slices or sausage rolls, which you want to crisp up rather than when you put them in the microwave and they go a little bit limp. And you can use dehydrate to dry out fruit and vegetables to make healthy homemade snacks. Although the program is long, it uses very little energy while it's running, so don't be afraid to use it. So if you want to use any of those presets, here's how you do it. You turn the machine on, select the drawer, choose your preset, make any changes to time and temperature that you require, and then press the start button. Also on the display, you will see Match Cook and Smart Finish. Match Cook is a simple way of duplicating the settings that you choose for one drawer to both drawers. Just press Match Cook, then the preset that you want to use, then start. Smart Finish allows you to cook two different dishes which require different times and have both finish at exactly the same time. Just program each drawer as you would normally, and before you press start, press Smart Finish. If you're finding all of this slightly intimidating, as far as instructions go, this air fryer comes with a chart that gives you times and temperatures for lots of popular foods. And it also includes 5 simple recipes to get you started. So if you're completely new to air fryers, there's enough included in the instruction booklet to get you going. By the way, if you're finding this video helpful, please do give it a thumbs up, and to see more videos like this, click on the subscribe and the notifications bell. That way you'll easily be able to find my channel again, and you'll get to know when I release new videos about home appliances. On to the things that you'll need to know about this model of air fryer. First up, the exploding thing. Don't worry, it doesn't actually explode. But here's the thing, it is very beepy, and at the end of a cooking cycle, or if you've left it turned on but with the drawers hanging out and no cooking in progress, it does a series of beeps which sound almost exactly like you would hear before a bomb explodes in a movie. And so this is why, after a few days of having it in the house, my children started yelling, "It's going to explode," every time it started beeping. So I'm sorry that I teased you, but I will never be able to think of this air fryer in any other way now other than the exploding air fryer. So one thing that bugged me about this air fryer is the time and temperature controls. Now, Tower is a British brand and we read left to right. Yet this air fryer and others they make, and the sister brand Russell Hobbs makes, has the plus temperature control on the left and the minus on the right, which is just wrong. You do get used to it, but every other brand does it the other way round. Another quirk of this model is that the preheat option is a cooking preset of its own, and therefore when it finishes, the air fryer turns off and you have to turn it back on and start another cooking preset afterwards. Other air fryers I've tested have preheat as an add-on option to the main cooking cycle, which in my opinion works much better because it's not stop-start. The crisper plates in this model of air fryer are almost completely flat, which does mean that they sit very low down in the drawer, but it also means that less hot air is able to circulate underneath them. They have silicone bumpers on each corner, which, yes, you can remove for washing. Talking of which, it does not say in the instructions that the drawers are dishwasher proof. So I would assume that they are not, and you're going to need to wash the drawer and the plates in the sink. This air fryer comes with a 3-year guarantee, which is 1 year as standard and a further 2-year extension if you register the appliance after buying it. Less than a third of people do this when they buy appliances, and if you've just bought it, please make sure that you register it directly after watching this video. It is so easy to forget. I nearly did it myself with a hob the other week, and you will end up kicking yourself if something goes wrong with it, so do it. So if you found this video helpful, then please do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to check down below in the description where I've got product links for this and details of accessories which I've tested and checked which fit into the drawers of this model of air fryer. Thanks for watching.